dumb shit that I see beginner artists constantly do in order to keep their art and artistic talent stagnant. Hey there, welcome to the Sketchbook. This is a podcast documenting my rough notes on creativity, business, and life. I wish people had documented some of the journeys that they've went through when they're building their stuff, and I'm doing that when I'm building my own things and going through the journeys of life. So let's jump into today's topic. Hello everybody, welcome to yet another episode of the Sketchbook podcast. I am sick and I'm recording this from my home, so forgive the audio quality. And also, I want to apologize upfront for my pretty cold demeanor because I'm not feeling it, because I've been seeing some things and it frustrates me. And I add on top of that, I'm slightly sick, so it's sort of keeping my frustration levels high. But I try to sort of share what I'm about to share from a place of good intention. So even though if I talk in a very rude or what seems to be a rude way, I just mean good to you. Hopefully you stop doing these things so that you can actually progress in your art. Stop doing these things. I call them dumb shit for a reason, because it's dumb and it's shit, right? Excuse my cursing as well. So I just get a bit brutish when I get sick. I'm sorry. Or I'm just using it as an excuse to be more, upfront. Anyways, three very specific things. Number one, rushing. Oh my freaking God. Always rushing the work. You want to draw in like 3 seconds. What are you? Picasso? No, you're not. You're not the great grandson of Kim Jong-gi. You know you're not. You're just a normal freaking person. You're right. Kim Jong-gi, rest in peace. Love that guy. I think, yeah, rest in peace, brother. So, you're not that person. You're a beginner artist and you're starting out right now and you're always rushing. And it doesn't matter if you're a beginner artist, whether you're beginner, intermediate, advanced, all those terms are quite honestly, to be honest, extremely vague and subjective when it comes to art. There is no beginner, intermediate, and advanced. I mean, you can, if you put some context into it, you can sort of define it, but most of the time it doesn't have any context or subject, so therefore it's subjective. But with that said, you're rushing all the time. You're starting a sketch, you're not doing a proper under sketch, you're not doing a proper under drawing, and you're just quickly rushing to do the details. You're quickly rushing to do other things. Like, don't do that. Why should you not do that? That's a great question, my friend. Well, you shouldn't be doing that because you often get your foundations and fundamentals wrong when you do that. What you do is you get the things that you need to be supposed to be getting right wrong. You'll get them wrong because you're rushing, you're not thinking. Plus, if you're rushing, you better have a lot of experience under your belt of having done that thing slow. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're starting to drive a car on day one and you've never driven a car before and you're trying to go at 90 miles per hour, I'm just going to say you're going to crash and burn, right? But on the other hand, if you've been learning the art of driving a car properly and slowly, you know when to hit the gas, you know when to hit the brakes, you know when to sort of put the indicator lights, you know when to turn, you have mastered the basics of driving a car, which basically involves knowing when to turn, knowing when to steer, knowing when to press the gas, knowing when to press the brake, knowing when to shift the gear, right? If you have learned the fundamentals and you've driven slowly, now there's a sense or there's a case that is to be made over that to say that, hey, you can rush and drive faster. But most people on day one, they draw like they're freaking Picasso. What is wrong with you? Don't rush. What is the solution? Don't rush. Take it slow. Take it slower than you think you should. Take it slower than last time. As Greg Doucette would say, train harder than last time. I'd say take it slower than last time, right? So don't freaking rush your sketches. It's like I see this with a lot of students from drawing camp, right? And they just rush the drawing. Just because the person who's teaching you is good at drawing things fast doesn't mean that you should be doing the same things. That's why I deliberately, in my video lessons and in my drawing camp courses and everything, I say, folks, I am drawing fast and you shouldn't be doing it. And I say that, in fact, most of the times I've stopped doing it completely and I draw slower. I draw slower so that actually people can know what it actually means to draw slow, right? You draw slow, right? You need to draw in a controlled speed. Doesn't mean slow. Let me use a different term. You draw in a controlled speed, meaning you can't ride a bicycle too slow, you'll fall. You can't ride a bicycle too fast if you have never ridden a bicycle before. That means you'll go and crash and burn, right? So you need to ride at the just right amount of speed so that the bicycle stays balanced. That is what I call controlled speed. So don't freaking rush. Take your time. Take the time to draw your drawings. Take the time to understand the forms in it. Take the time to draw the gesture. Take the time to enjoy the freaking process. Why are you rushing, bro? I forget it too. Enjoy the process. Why are you drawing? Are you drawing to rush things out and get some likes on social media? Or are you drawing to simply just spend the time that you have on this planet better? Don't rush. That is the first one. Second one, trying to find your style. It makes me vomit sometimes. It's like I see someone just started drawing like Thursday, right? And then they'll be like, hey, Kesh, how do I find my style on like freaking Monday? What? Right? What are you doing? You don't have a style. You'll not get a style. That's not how style works. By the way, the very definition of style is the decisions you make on a given contextual situation. That is a style. The way you do things, right? It's called a style. For example, if someone dances in a particular way and each of their step is differentiated from a person who has a completely different way of doing those steps, then that you could say that person is deciding to do steps in a different way. Therefore, they have a different style, right? So that's the definition of style. It's the individual decisions you make in a given drawing. And what do you mean by individual decisions, Kesh, right? Well, it all comes down to like all the minuscule aspects of drawings that you often sort of, neglect or, don't care about, don't give a shit about, to be honest, which is like things like, what kind of story should I put in? What kind of form should I use? What kind of shapes should I use? Is that proper gesture in my drawing? Is that proper rhythm? Is it balance? Is the composition nice? Am I using good line work? Am I using the right brush pen? Am I using the right kind of, color schemes? Is this color going well with the other color? Am I using any particular color theory or color harmony right here? Well, these are all individual decisions. There are like 10,000 decisions that you have when you are drawing a given drawing. So you make those individual decisions right and well. And over time, what happens is, first, you don't know how to make those decisions because you're a newbie. And over time, what happens is you just get better. You just get better because you have more context and experience. Therefore, you'll be presented with multiple options to make each decision. And when you have multiple options, what happens is you make different decisions. And a combination of different decisions will give you your style. So you trying to focus on style is like someone who's trying to sculpt a pebble. There's a popular quote in the fitness community. They say you cannot sculpt a pebble. You can sculpt a boulder, but you cannot sculpt a pebble because the pebble doesn't have anything. And style is just like that. You need to accumulate a series of techniques, tricks, tools, ways of drawing, ways of thinking, philosophical approaches, storytelling approaches, composition approaches, color approaches, inking approaches, line work approaches over a long period of time. And at the end of the game, you say, oh boy, I have so many options in each category. Therefore, I'm going to choose something to do in a way that I like. And when you do that, automatically you will get your style. That's how style works. That's how it works. It doesn't work like the way you think. You don't just simply accumulate stuff and sort of Frankenstein different things from different artists to make up your own thing. I've sort of shared this technique about building your style before in one of my videos on how to find your style. But people often mistake it for a Frankenstein approach. No, you should steal the philosophy and the religion or the approach, the mental thinking which another artist uses. You just don't simply steal the technique from the face level. You just you will look like an idiot if you do that. Reminds me of, a few people who are stealing some of the way I'm sort of running my business. So it's kind of cute when you sort of, see that. You just know that those people will never get anywhere because their stuff is just built on copying and without understanding the basic context of things. Don't be that person. You don't want to be that person. You can be better than that. Don't focus on your style when you're starting out. Learn stuff. And also, Another thing, dumb shit 2.1 under the style segment. Don't hide behind the word of style for your lack of technical skills. That just frustrates me. Whenever I used to do workshops and I teach people and I tell them, right, hey man, you shouldn't be drawing this particular thing like that. The forms of it is just sucks. And they'll say, no, that's my style. And I deep inside, I won't say anything to their face because I don't want to, quite honestly, don't tell them right then and there in front of every single freaking person out there and humiliate them. But to be honest, in my mind, I would just go like, no, you little thingy. That's not style, my friend. You just don't know how to draw that particular thing well. You're just hiding behind, oh, I just like it. I will just do it the way I like it. That's not it. Because here's the thing. Because I'm not talking from a place of just random ego. That is not what I'm coming from. Trust me. If you had drawn the thing with the stylistic decisions that you had taken, I know how it sort of looks like. At least I can say that I have enough experience to some extent to know that that's not how it looks like if you were to draw that in that particular style. I've seen some things, right? I've seen stuff. I know the design language that sort of goes into something, right? I can understand the base of, the roots of certain things, right? So I can say from that point on, you just lack your fundamental techniques and you just trying to cover that up in the mask of style so that you will feel good about yourself and other people, you're trying to strip away those who are trying to critique you because you're just scared. And you're just scared to be critiqued. And that is fine. That is fine. It's a long road from there. Once you rip off that mask, you will feel vulnerable. And it's scary. And I understand. It's okay. But you need to rip off that mask as soon as you possibly can so that you can do things the right way. And you can get to the place where you want to go much faster. So don't hide behind those insecurities. Just go ahead and do it. I'm just talking. I'm projecting right now. I'm projecting a part of it. So that is number 2. Dumb shit artists do. Number 3, focusing on advanced shit when you should be focusing on drawing a goddamn box. I see this over and over and over and over and over and over again. Oh my God. Sometimes I just want to poke my eyes out and just say, no, you have no business to be focusing on anatomy when you can draw a goddamn cylinder right. Here's some basic lesson, bucko. I'm just playing a character here, roll with me. Here's some basic lesson, bucko. You got to learn to draw a cylinder so that you can draw the quadriceps well. And here's the freaking anatomy lesson. All your muscle fibers are basically cylindrical, somewhat cylindrical in nature. They're like a bunch of threads stitched together. So at the core fundamental level, they look like a cylinder. And if you were to simplify them and draw them for the sake of drawing or learn them in a way for the sake of drawing, they all look like a bunch of cylinders put together. Right? So if you want to draw them, at least cylinders or boxes, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be very specific with the way I speak. Cylinders or boxes. For you to draw anatomy well, first, you got to draw your cylinders and boxes well. 2, you got to get your proportions right. And that means you got to get your gesture drawing skills up. Your drawings look like a freaking stiff Frankenstein monster, scarecrow persons hanging out on the barn of a farm. You want to unstiff your drawings, and then actually what you should be doing is focusing on things like gesture, basic 1-point and 2-point perspective. Yes, my friend, you should humble the hell down and possibly want to start learning 2-point perspective again, you little hot shit. I mean, I'm just talking to myself right now because that's what I used to think. I need to learn 5-point perspective because I know 2-point perspective. You know 2-point perspective just as much as I know how to ride an F1 race car. I know how it works. It's got a steering wheel and it's got a gas pedal. If I press, it'll go. And guess what? If I really get on the wheels of an F1 race car, I'm crashing it in like 17 seconds. If the road is 17 seconds long. If it's 10 seconds long, I'm crashing it in 10 seconds. That is what you know. You know how things work, but it does not show in your hand. When you put your pencil on paper, it is not coming out. That means you do not know. You think you know the information, but you do not know. No, you don't. Here's the definition of learning. Same condition, different behavior. Meaning, if you are truly learned through point perspective, and you sit down to draw a box in 2-point perspective, you draw it well. That is called learning. You know what is not learning? You learn 2-point perspective, and you sit down to draw a box in 2-point perspective, and it looks like it's a box drawn by a cat's third girlfriend. Yeah, it doesn't work. You don't know shit, right? So that is the third thing, right? Focus on your basics. Here's what you should be doing. Learn to draw a line better. Oh, it hurts my ego. Fine, no problem. Learn to draw a line better. Learn to draw a shape better. Learn to measure things well. All right? Here's the reason why I have 4 freaking chapters on drawing basics in drawing camp before we get to character design principles. Guess why? Just take a wild guess. It's because that is the most important part. The way I said it was funny. It's the most important part of drawing. You can learn design principles and style and all that bullshit if you don't know the basics well. Focus on the goddamn basics. Have you drawn 100 boxes in your life? No, I haven't. Well, you should be doing it. You should try. Give it a try. You just give it a try. It'll change things. That is the dumb shit 3.0. By the way, here's a bonus dumb shit that beginner artists do. Now, this might seem like I have vested interest in a given thing. I tell you, no, I kid you not. Even if you don't get into drawing camp, buy no courses, don't watch my YouTube videos, I don't give a shit. I'm going to tell it to your face straight, right? I see this over and over and over again. Again, these are things that really frustrate me, right? So here's the thing that I see on Reddit, a lot of people, hey, should I go and buy this artist course? Should I go and enroll in this stuff? The first common response that I get, not me, I've seen other people I've seen this, do this. Get from people who have never drawn before in their goddamn fucking life, right? They'll say, you can watch YouTube tutorials for free and get the information for free and you can draw them. Here's the magic lantern secret that Genie has told me. Information that you can get for free on YouTube, they are good. They are not going to help you. Here's why. Along with information, you need a couple of other variables, couple of other tricks, which is structure of implementation, feedback, and then what else? Yeah, I think these things. Yeah, you need these things. Implementation, structure, and feedback. The fourth ingredient is information. You get on YouTube information. You don't get structure. Some people do structure, but they're just quite honestly terrible. Then you need implementation, which is what I try to do at drawing camp. We don't sell information. We sell implementation. Implementation is different than information. And it boggles my mind for okay, it doesn't boggle my mind, of course. This is what you expect if you take drawing advice from people who have never drawn before or haven't trained other people how to draw yeah, it's fine. Now, it comes off like you don't buy my stuff. Like I give it to you in writing. I'm not trying to do some reverse psychology bullshit. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to be in genuine lookout for yourself. That's why I pay $7,000 for a coach for once. I pay $3,000 for a fitness coach. Why? I can get the information for free on YouTube by buying my pain doodle because implementation. I walk the walk. I don't just bullshit you and try to talk the talk, right? Don't listen to these dumbasses, right? Like you can spot a dumbass from Because one of the ways to spot dumbasses is they call other people dumbasses. I'm just sick and frustrated. I'm sorry, folks. But my intention, hopefully, is coming from an honest place. Here's the thing. Don't, right? Word of advice. Seek mentors, seek teachers, seek people who have done it. The more closer you can be with people or who has done it and who has taken other people to do it, the faster you'll get the results. Here's a very simple framework to know who to take advice from. I'm going to end this right here. 1, they should have done the thing that they are advising you on. 2, they have taken someone else. No, actually, scratch that. Zero. Point number 0. The person you're taking advice from, you should want to be like that person. If you don't want what they have, then don't take advice from them. That is number 1. So if you don't like me, if you don't like what I have, then just don't listen to me. Simple. Why would you listen to me? Go listen to someone, right, who are in a place where they are and who want to sort of give you the thing that they give you, right, that you want. So that is 1. They need to be in a place where you want to be. Number 2, they have sort of walked the walk, meaning they have done the thing that they're giving advice on. Number 3, they have helped someone, right, sort of be like the person they are, meaning they have gotten the results themselves, then they've gotten the results for someone else. Then the third layer is they've gotten the results for someone like you, right? So if they have sort of fulfill all these 4 categories, then go ahead and take their advice. And I hopefully have done it. You can go and check it out on the website, right? So, keshar.in right now. Later on, it'll be a different domain. So anyways, that's the thing. These are all the dumb shit that I see artists doing. Quite honestly, I don't like to see this thing happen over and over again. And rarely, I just talk like this. And I talk like this simply because it's like sometimes you just have to call out bullshit. I don't like this. I keep seeing this. Don't do it. Humble yourself down. Do this stuff. Do the work, man. Do the work. You'll get the things that you want. And also have fun. It's not about some technical thing that you should be doing when you're learning art. That's not the point I'm trying to make. Have fun, enjoy the process, make the process fun in the middle and in the start and in the end. That will allow you to be patient for a very long time. So do that. That's how you win. Thank you. I'll see you guys in another episode. Bye-bye. To the top, I won't stop until I find it. Write my name in diamonds, but all these lights are blinding. I wonder, is it worth it? Feel like I'm losing my mind.